Hey everyone, here's my 1954 Briggs 8 horsepower engine. It's an Industrial Plus, and I just farted, I apologize. It's from 1954, it says it on the dipstick at least, because that might be when just the dipstick was made, but it looks original. But it's an 8 horsepower engine. This is gasket material, which is actually useful, but it's very crusty. And they tried to make a gasket but never cut the end off, which is very retarded. But also, this cut me already. I'm going to grind that off and probably even just take the whole handle off because it's not necessary. I took the air box off already because it was full of spiders and grass for some reason. This thing had no oil in it, but it does spin over freely, and it's a happy little engine so far. Hasn't started, which I'm going to do when my dad gets home. And this is really interesting. I don't know if this is original. It doesn't necessarily look original, but the throttle mechanism is down here. Oh, sorry. Like, actually, it's weird. It pulls... I don't know if you can see that. It's a little triangle that's hinged, and you either pull or push on it. And it's got a mount down here for a throttle cable, because this was on a go-kart at one time. I know that. And it just does this weird thing. It goes all the way up to the carburetor, and it works. So I'm probably going to end up leaving it or moving it. The exhaust port is corroded, which I'm hoping the piston is not. I have an exhaust for it. It doesn't have an exhaust on it. It didn't when I got it. It's got a bolt stuck in the engine mounting plate for some reason. I can't get that off. It's got some weird clips and things on it. I think that's for like ground. The carburetor looks clean inside, and it is an original Briggs carb, so I know that hasn't been tampered with. That's a good thing. Let's see if I can uncover some information about it. It looks to be something. I don't know. This, as far as I know, it doesn't have really any information plates. I did put a little oil in it, but not enough because I don't have enough right now. I have to get some. Oh, there we go. I put a little bit of, I think, brake clean in the intake to clean it out a little bit, since I know it's combustible, so I'm not worried about it. I have that. I'll take a picture of it. It's that. Let's see if it has the date. Model 1964 32. I don't know if that's the... I really have no idea about these engines too much, but I do have a friend that can decode the code. I'm going to fix this thing up as much as I can, at least. I don't know everything about it, but I'm going to make this thing look pretty cool, and it's going to run well. And it's going to end up on the Earth Dog. I told you I was going to do an 8-horse swap, and I'm doing it. And this engine is huge compared to the 212. It's bigger than a 212. And 212s are pretty big engines, to be honest. Not really that big, but they're still big engines. The 8 horsepower is as tall as the 212 with a gas tank on it. And these are straight up engines compared to overhead leaned engines. These things I've heard are really good engines. I believe, since this is an Industrial Plus, it has a sleeved piston wall, so a cylinder wall. It's not bad. I love this engine. It's a really cool engine so far. I like this oil thing. It says 1954 on it, which I believe is the model year unless it was replaced. I don't know though, because it says 1954 on it. See? I think. No, it's right there. I have a buddy that'll decode it. Oh, jeez. A little coffee today. I'm going to clean this thing up. I'm going to make it look real well. I believe it may have been sitting in someone's field at some point. So I'm not going to say it's a good thing, but, well, yeah. Also, the shaft worries me because it's a 1-inch shaft, and I don't think I have a clutch that fits a 1-inch shaft. But we'll have to see. And if worst comes to worst, I'll have my grandpa help me take the crankshaft out, and we'll machine it to be a 3/4, which is not too hard, and then we'll just make a new key or leave the one in it, which actually I think that would be a pretty good idea, and then just tap the end of the shaft, because it would make it a perfect swap. It would be like the best engine ever, I guess. I don't know. But I do like old Briggs engines because they are pretty cool engines compared to the history that they've been on and stuff like that. And these are like the original engine that everyone used. Before Tecumseh, before Honda,